Hey y'all, I'm back. Um, I wanted to talk to you guys about grandparents. I am a grandparent now. My grandbaby, she's 2 years old. I want to know how you guys feel about the parents trying to keep the babies away from the grandparents. And what rights do we have? I'm going through some things with my son is in prison, and his baby mom want to keep the baby away when things is not going her way. I normally would keep the baby for a week, which she asked me to, and she would keep her for what I thought she would come after the 7 days to get the baby, and the baby would be with her. She takes the baby someone else's location, you know. So I gets upset. I try to talk to her about it. Oh, she's not coming over there no more. You know, I'm being put on punishment as a grandparent that just want to raise my grandbaby, keep her safe, love on her, but it's something about these younger girls now. You back in I'm a 72 baby. You could not. My aunts, they couldn't tell my grandmother that, or both of my grandparents, we couldn't go to their houses. That was nonsense. Our grandparents would have had a fit and went upside their heads. But this new generation, I don't know what is this, the 90 babies, is something else when they decide you can't see your own grandchild because it don't fit into the rules and regulations of what they feel like it should be. And I just need somebody in their insight on this to just talk about it. And the kids, they decide, okay, well, you can get her this time and something don't go your way, we have a disagreement, you just gonna snatch the baby back. At this point, it's like, what do you do? What I do, I try to pray about it and pray and keep praying. uh, I haven't seen my grandbaby. I finally seen her the first time yesterday, and it was months. Her mom just, oh, you can't see her no more. But her great grandmother said she raised her children. She said she raised her grandchildren, and she wasn't raising any great grandchildren. I'm just a grandmother. I'm not a great grand. But all I want to do is just raise my grandbaby. That's all I'm trying to do, and keep her safe, keep her innocence, all of that. I'm an old school parent. I'm not that old now, y'all, but I still have some of those ways from my grandparents where the children, certain places we didn't allow our children to go to. And even certain family members, you can't have your children be around. Me and my sister, when she still was living, we used to still laugh and talk about how our mother, uh, some of our family members would go, our cousins would go to family members' houses that, and we couldn't go. And my mother said, "Oh, you can't go over there." Then, it was like, why we can't go? Everybody else is going over there, but your parent just can't physically say, oh, well, Uncle such and such or Auntie such and such is a sexual pedophile. So I felt like my mother kept us safe. I still had that type of ethics inside of me. So children are not supposed to be sat on laps and bounced around. When there's a house full of men, children, men don't. The kids are not supposed to be around adults. You go outside. You're not sitting around in adult conversations. But nowadays, these children don't even want to go outside. They sit in the house. Oh, I'm bored. I'm irritated. And we had good fun back then. We didn't want to be in the house around adults anyway. But I just want to touch on a lot of things on things that you go through daily with your kids. And like I said, I'm a first time grandparent. How do you give a child, how do you put a child inside of someone's life and snatch something that precious away from them? I mean, what person does something like that? When I talk to people over, there's girls out here that have children and they need help. And grandparents wouldn't dare try to even watch the children while they go to work or anything, try to keep the kids protected. They at work and don't know what's going on with their child. But this young lady, she knows exactly what's going on. She know her baby is loved. She know her baby is protected. I know I'm not the only one that's going through this, because I just couldn't be. I'm not the only one here. I was listening to something with someone with celebrities on YouTube saying that they went through that with their child's mother, and it's a lot. Yeah, I just want to say today, young ladies, if you have children by these men, and if you laid up with them, things just always don't work out. If they work out, that's good. If they don't work out, don't make it bad for the family. Don't keep the generations going where the child doesn't be able to be around their grandparents or their other side of the family. Give that child an opportunity to share their family, that love from both sides of the family. They need that. They deserve that. Their self-esteem needs that. You never want a child to feel like they've lost something or they weren't loved enough. In all actuality, the parent was angry and kept that child away from the family member. If those family members are keeping your child safe, keeping them no issues with them, or just full of love and compassion, if this is what they're displaying, allow them the opportunity to spend time with their family. They need that. We have a lot of broken young men out here and young women out here that don't even have old school grandparents to hold on them, rock them, love on them, and talk to them. Don't give your child something that you weren't given. If you didn't have your grandparents, even if you did have your grandparents and your child have them here actively, spend time with them. Allow them to spend time with them. Life is too short. Sometimes some things that's going on out here is the reason why children are acts the way that they act when they grow up, because they have things missing. There's voided areas inside of their hearts. Allow them the opportunity. Allow yourself that gift to give them the opportunity of spending time and loving on their families. And people, we need to get back to family reunions. We need to know our people. Maybe, just maybe, some of this violence will stop, because we might be killing our own family and we not know it, because we not back to old traditions. We need to get back to old traditions where we know each other. Even as neighbors, we loved on each other. We looked out for each other, took out each other's trash, cut each other's grass, fed each other if we cooked too much. We need to start back looking out for one another. And I just feel like everything will just at least go back to some type of normalcy. We need that, or we don't have any future for this up and coming. We need to be able to just look out for one another.